Hello everyone, welcome back to Van Halen Week. We're 3 albums and 3 days away now from a different kind of truth. I keep getting more excited every day. But today we're going to be looking at Fair Warning, the 4th album of Van Halen. And if I'm not mistaken, this is their heaviest album. I really like Fair Warning. I think finally they have stopped declining in quality. Went from 10 to 9 to 8, and I'm telling you right now, there's no decline with this one. Another great album, once again. So let's just get right to it. The album starts out with Mean Street, and to be honest, it's probably the weakest start to their album so far. It's a good song. The chorus makes it a good song. You know, the verses are okay, but it's really the chorus that brings us up to the next level. A decent start to the album. I'll get to my negative songs now to get that over with again. For Dirty Movies, which is the second song on the album, and the chorus just doesn't do it. I like the intro. The intro's good, and the song is decent. It's a pretty good song, but that chorus, nah, I just don't care for it. And the other song I don't like too much on this album is the instrumental, Sunday Afternoon in the Park. Couldn't come up with a stranger name for a stranger instrumental, but, you know, once again, I have no idea what the hell is going on in this song. The difference in Sunday Afternoon in the Park and Tora Tora is that I don't really like this one. It's a very strange, and not in the way Tora Tora was. I don't really feel compelled to listen to this one. It's very weird and strange, and I don't know if they were on drugs or what, but honestly, this just weird instrumental, and I don't care for it much. Now, moving on up from quality, we have the final song on the album is called One Foot Out the Door, and I'm a little mixed on this one because the first half of the song is kind of strange again. It's right after Sunday Afternoon in the Park, and it seems like Dave has like these distorted vocals. You know, you can hear the band behind him much more than you can hear him, and he's just, I don't know, it's kind of weird, and I'm not a huge fan of that first half because it just sounds kind of odd. But then second half is an outro solo, which of course is great. It's really awesome, especially a great way to end an album. So I mean, you know, I'm kind of mixed on that one. It's a decent one to be sure. Decent to pretty good, but and then looking at you know, there's Push Comes to Shove, which has an alright chorus. The rest of it's good. Interesting riff. It's not quite usual to have Van Halen. That sounds a little weird, but then there's Hear About It Later, which is one of my favorite off the album. Wasn't a big hit, and it's usually not talked about too much, but I really love the chorus. And the riff is great. Just great Van Halen. But then we got the last 3 off the record, which are 3 really great songs. We got Sinner's Swing, Unchained, and So This Is Love. Sinner's Swing was not a big hit, but it's awesome Van Halen nonetheless. It's got just great chorus, once again. And then Unchained. Unchained is their big hit off the album, and it's awesome. You know, once in a while Dave will do like this section where he'll start talking during the song, and this is one of my favorite ones of him doing that. And towards the end of when he's talking, there's a guy who comes on and says, "Come on, Dave, give me a break." And that's just so funny. I love that. And, you know, sometimes these guys, they're not just fun, they're funny. And this time they're funny, and it was a funny moment. Beyond Unchained, classic riff, just so awesome. And, you know, not too much in the way of solo with this one. Actually, there's kind of a solo towards the end, you know, it's kind of along with the singing, but great stuff from Eddie, of course. And then the last song is So This Is Love, and I really love it. Has one of my favorite choruses. In fact, maybe it's my favorite chorus on the album. It's just awesome. And it ends with a great solo and awesome riff. Although I have to say, I think I read somewhere where at the beginning of the song, someone turned the volume down. You can really tell because the song starts and then all of a sudden the volume goes down just out of nowhere, and you're like, and sometimes I'm thinking, what, did I accidentally click a button or something? But apparently someone turned down their volume and they never changed it. Sounds weird, but the song in itself is a really great song. It was another hit off the record and probably my favorite off the album. That and Unchained are my two favorite. So yeah, that's all the songs. I think this is another great album. I think Eddie's just continuing to sound great with solos and riffs and stuff. He's continued to show how amazing he is. Although that, with the instrumental on this one, I don't believe there's any guitar of any sort. So I mean, this is the first time where there's an instrumental without him playing the guitar, which is interesting. And I spoke yesterday about how each album after Van Halen managed to do a little something different. Van Halen 2 had Spanish Fly, 1 and 2 when first had Could There Be Magic, and this one I think would have to be Sunday Afternoon in the Park. It is something different, and I don't really like it too much, but at least I'll just say it's something different. It is something that you don't hear from them usually. So, as a whole, I think it's great. I think it's about as good as Women and Children First. I think there's a few songs on here I just don't care for too much. In terms of songs to skip on Fair Warning, I would say to skip Dirty Movies and Sunday Afternoon in the Park. Now, in terms of the standouts, I would have to say Sinner's Swing, Unchained, and So This Is Love. Another great album from Van Halen. A lot of fun, heaviest album, and I definitely recommend it to all. I will be giving the album an 8 out of 10. A lot of good stuff here. Alright, so that's it for today. Check back in tomorrow, and we will be reviewing Diver Down. 3 days. 3 days, everybody. 3 days. Peace. Rock on.